Episode 17. Are national borders real or imagined? Here and there, us and them, safe and unsafe. Since the emergence of city-states, borders and borderlands have been created as social constructs made by political and social elites to differentiate nations and communities. This institutionalization of difference, once considered real and natural, boundaries began to be questioned over time as globalization and capitalism expanded in the 1900s, and people started to acknowledge boundaries as political constructions. Case in point, the Caribbean's geographical location and political turmoil have challenged the ever-evolving definition of border and borderland logic. As scholar Marisol Moreno highlights, the Caribbean has been rendered as the limit between the Old World and the New World, and the white civilized people, the European colonizers, and the non-white uncivilized people, colonized subjects. Moreover, the Puerto Rican archipelago holds another layer to the mix, featuring a double border and borderland, or border delimited by the Mona Passage, defining the territory between Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, and a borderland, an entry point from the Caribbean to U.S. territory without stepping in the continental United States. Borders in the Caribbean are often fluid. The unauthorized maritime movement between and among islands contributes to a much-needed dialogue that recognizes the relevance of the ocean in the transnational imaginary, as well as the very real and lasting effects in the lives of Caribbean migrants. For centuries, the Mona Passage has been an active passageway where the Isla de Mona can be found. As part of the Puerto Rican archipelago, Isla de Mona was a sacred place where the Taínos congregated for spiritual ceremonies, a route known for the slave trade when Europeans colonized the Antilles. Today is inhabited and protected for scientific research, but for many immigrants, it's a stepping stone to arrive to Puerto Rico, ultimately to U.S. territory. Islands, as individual units, are usually defined, organized, and imagined in terms of the relation between land and water. However, the boundary marked by water is not definitive nor stable. Unlike the United States-Mexican border, a desert, tides change, land erodes, and beaches appear or disappear in front of our eyes. Consequently, the land-sea demarcation is shifting, as Marisol Moreno mentions. Their unauthorized movements constitute an example of countermapping. As scholar Elizabeth DeLowry explains in The Litany of Islands, The Rosary of Archipelagos, if geography is the first site of colonial rupture, the material space where colonization takes place, then the process of decolonization must begin with revised cartographies. While we have learned that borders and borderlands are political constructions usually made by national and imperial powers like the Spanish Crown or the United States, their constructedness and fluidity also open the possibilities of revising and transforming them. Many Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, and Haitian experiences and stories encode revised cartographies that resist economic, political, social, and symbolic violence exerted by the colonial nature of borders and borderlands.